Get back, get back, get back.
Right? But if we do our part, they're going to make sure that it's enforced from a galactic perspective.
Right. How bad, famo, this? You can let the cat out the back door. This man and caught a rat and broke his neck. I gotta take him out. This little guy gone.
The cat caught a rat.
Hey. That must be some type of sign, huh?
Hey, yeah, definitely a sign. What color is your cat?
Black.
Okay.
Yeah, he gone. You had him outside? Yeah, she was in here panicking, that's why.
Well, you know, women don't really care for them rodents too much.
Right.
Unless they grow up playing with them as part of their, you know, their culture.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and wash these hands real quick. Right. Somebody. Now I'm gonna be thinking about that shit all night. Cause the other day, my bad, maybe you can't hear, because the other day I got another sign from Spirit. Like Hawks is one of my totems. And I see him everywhere I go. And the other day I'm driving down the road and a hawk swooped in front of the car with a rabbit. He didn't caught a rabbit. And he, like, Rob, when I tell you I had to brake because I was about to hit the hawk and the rabbit, like, dead ass I had to brake. And I'm like, okay. That's God telling me it's time to strike. It's time to do what I'm supposed to be doing. But, man, these little messages be coming now. As soon as you tap in, it's like they come nonstop.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing. Everything is a message, but we don't read everything as a message.
Mm-hmm. That's real. Ain't no coincidences. I see it in everything now to the point where I be feeling like paranoid. I be like, come on now, you can't think of everything. Got to be symbolism.
Well, stop telling yourself that, because that's where the paranoia comes from. If you go back to Elijah Muhammad said there's been thousands and thousands and thousands of signs. This shit is about to be a wrap. Elijah Muhammad said that back in the 60s. Right? So how many more signs has been given to us since then? So it's a lot of signs that we haven't been reading. We just been letting them go past, trying to fit into the society that was designed to oppress us.
Yep, put a cage on my mind, basically. Because once I remove that prison of a thought process, then I'm able to really tap in and allow that to become a part of my intuition. But sometimes, you know, like I said, because I'm like, damn, that can't be a sign. Because, like, literally, it's like all day numbers on top of that. It's like numbers to the point where I don't even look up the meaning of numbers anymore because I know them all by heart.
So that's when you start using numerology and gematria in real time, and that even fines tune the message. So the message becomes easier to assimilate when you understand what numbers mean. Because this is why you wear a watch. This is why you're supposed to wear a watch. We got cameras on our phone. Clocks on our phone now, because the every second of the day is a new set of numbers. Think about that. Every second of the day is a new set of numbers. And those same numbers several times a day are anagrams of one another. Those are what you call connection points. Right? So 24 hours in a day, but 12 months in a year. Right? So they say one day to the year. That means it took a whole year for it to happen. So in 12 and 24 is 36, and 3 and 6 is 9, and that's the turnaround.
Right. And 12 is 3. 24 is 6. And you add them together, then you get 9.
Yep. It got to be able to work frontwards and backwards in order for it to fit into an accurate read. right? So the 369 is a code. It's a universal code for turning something around, or when you get to what we call 3-point convergence, that's GPS. So you need 3 points of convergence in order to get past the 2-point coincidence factor. Anything more than 2 is no longer coincidence. That means that pay attention. This is a real sign. Right? That's how GPS need 3 points of convergence to get you to your location.
What do they call it?
Triangulation.
Triangulation. There it is.
Mm-hmm. So that's why when you see, like when I watch a tarot card reader, I can read more into the cards than she reading, because I'm starting with how long did it take her to do this read? What do those numbers mean? Okay. Now, what's the title of the spread? Right? Because that's the theme. That's the mission statement. Right? So the mission, under the mission statements, is the details of the mission. Right? We call it the question and answer, or the query and the response. The universe is telling us something. We use an oracle means to focus the energy in, like lights going through a magnifying glass, until we can explain clearly what it is that we see. The more things that we know the meaning of, the more accurate we can get an oracle read. That's what this question right here, the answer to that is, that was before the end of the contract. If you do it now, you are resurrecting the dead contract. You revisiting the contract that is no longer enforceable. I'm telling you. So the Vesica Pisces was the diamond. The diamond is represented by the rock, you know, which also ties me to Puffy Combs, because if you look, you'll see the pictures of the association of Sean Combs and Puffy. But it also ties me to Prince in Paisley Park through Bad Boy Records, because the Bad Boy also is known as the Rude Boy. And Prince used to call himself Rude Boy. But Rude Boy is a Jamaican term for a specific character or dude, what we call him in America, a thug, which ties me back to Tupac. I'm telling you, the circle continues. The circle is never broken. All this shit connected. Donald Trump out the Red Lodge. He can go ahead and drop the hammer on their head now. If I ain't showed you motherfuckers yet, y'all, whatever y'all need to see from here, all you got to do is message me and I'll tell it to you. If you don't know, I know how to read the signs. And if you don't know that the book that couldn't be read, I'm the only motherfucker to read it. And if you don't know that I'm the baddest motherfucker ever born, then you need to go bury your head under a rock. So, any questions before I get out of here? I came so y'all don't have to suffer. I came to break the motherfucking chains and relieve the pain. You don't have to get from under it if you don't want to. I'm not staying. I'm not staying depressed. I'm not staying held down. I'm not staying subjugated. Now, if y'all like that lifestyle, right, I can put y'all in that. I can make sure that you can continue to suffer all you want, but you won't do it around here. They got transportation for all you motherfuckers that don't want to be here on my watch. Because I already had people tell me if I took the world over, they don't want to be here. They don't want to be here because they're scared I'm going to tell them to do some shit that they're supposed to do anyway. The shit they already supposed to do. All y'all job now is to take these videos. It's the fifth. This is the sixth one. No, this is number 7. And that makes sense. This is the 7th video. Take this information to your preacher. Lay it out in front of him. Tell him to watch it all before he respond. Tell him he's gonna be what you call that? Irritated, agitated, enraged, and angered. He's gonna be pissed off. and he gonna look stupid as fuck, but he got to give you an answer. So, so far we sent 4. These next 3 I'm gonna put up as another post. So y'all know that the 7th seal is officially broken and the 7th sun has officially risen to the highest position. Ain't nowhere else to go from here. I'm bumping my head on the ceiling on the other side of the glass ceiling that's on the other side of the glass ceiling. Ain't nowhere else to go. I can't rise higher than mama. It's not possible. It's not possible for me to be greater than that which I came from. But I can tell you this. It's possible for everybody to attain what I attained through diligence and hard work. Don't cry about that shit. Strap your motherfucking nuts on. Put on your whole armor of God. Or in this case, your whole armor of rod. Go out there. Challenge them motherfuckers with the facts. If I didn't bring the facts, they got to outdo what I did. If my shit not right, they got to show you some shit that's more correct and more right than I done showed you already. They're not going to be able to do it. They're not going to be able to tell you that I'm not who I say I am. Because I told y'all, any man that say he the Christ right now is a goddamn lie. The Christ is the Queen Mother Isis. I am the widowed son. The one that was born later. I'm the afterthought. And that's why everybody treated me like an afterthought. I should have had a baby before that nigga died. Let me go back and make one based off his energy signature just like him. I didn't even think about that when that motherfucker was here. I was too in love with that motherfucker. I need a duplicate. Wait, I don't need no man because can't no other man make no duplicate. Wait a minute, I got his energy. I got his seminal signature in my queen's chamber. All I got to do in my brain is send it to the king's chamber, shoot it down my spine, let it meet with an ovum, shoot it through my fallopian tube, and rest in my uterus. That's the portal of life, and it'll correct any mistake I made because that's the queen of heaven and earth, and that's how parthenogenesis work within her. Immaculate conception, no semen. She need no goddamn man. You motherfuckers weak. So now you gonna understand why when I tell y'all that these women not gonna accept no weak ass niggas no more. Y'all niggas gonna have to strap y'all nuts on, do y'all work. I ain't do this shit to degrade no motherfucker, to make no motherfucker look bad, none of that. I ain't happy on this motherfucker the way it is. I ain't happy on this motherfucker the way it is. As long as these babies is food and sex toys, I'm not happy. As long as the women ain't allowed to be free and flourish as women and the feminine nature is gone and ain't nothing on this motherfucker but gloom and doom, I don't want to be here. So I got 2 options. I ain't suicidal, so that takes the first option off the table. I ain't killing myself. Only option I got left is to change this shit for the better. I got to take everything that they got and make that shit better. Now, if I was y'all these last 2 videos, this one and the one I got interrupted on before when the phone dropped the call, I would share the shit out of this to every motherfucking religious organization, secret society, and gangbanger I could find. And I would just ask them, before you cast judgment, there's 7 keys here. You got to go through all 7 of them to get to the crown, which is the one I'm doing now, the last one. They in order. There's 4, then 3. Right? 4, then 3. No. All of this connected dot ass shit. Myself, don't no woman want no doormat for a man. Don't no woman want a doormat for a man. But at the same time, she don't want motherfucking Hitler either. She don't want a tyrant in her house either. And it's the man's responsibility to bring the greatest essence of the woman out by trying to be the best man he could be, whether she there or not. If you about your business as a man, you're not going to find very much interest in a partial woman, a female. She's just female by gender. She's not a woman yet. She won't move you. She won't stir you. She won't get your attention. The pretty box, when you find out she dumb as a box of rocks, that shit not going to work no more. You're going to take the plain Jane that can contribute to the cause over the motherfucker that look like a model that don't know that ditzy bitch. You know? So, any questions, comments, or concerns that I need to address before I get out of here? Thank you, Chelsea. Me and you got destiny. It's in your name. Destiny is in your name. Me and you got business to tend to, Chelsea. Your name is Holy Rod. Look at it. It's an anagram. Your last name. You already know what's up. Portia, you know what to do. Yep. I came to bring the pain, hardcore to the brain. Let's go inside the astral plane. So, the song is Everything They Owe, Ghetto Gospel, Everything They Owe, Ghetto Gospel, No More Pain, Staring Through the Rear View, Ambitions as a Rider, and Thug Style. It's one more. Under Pressure. If you run them in the loop, you can tap directly into the astral form of Tupac. Now, Tupac ain't gone. He physically here. I seen him at the All Eyes on Me premiere with Shock G. He was there. Right before your very eyes, you won't even realize that you can't see me. Right? Now, also, not only was he with Shock G, he got videos on YouTube right now where he talking to you motherfuckers and y'all don't even know it's him. He in disguise. Now remember what he said. Right before your very eyes, you won't even realize that you can't see me. He there. Now, because people was going to think he was dead, and it would have caused an emotional backlash for them to send prayers up to a motherfucker that's not dead, he had to create something that they call an astral matrix. And the only way to tie you into his astral matrix is a song called No More Pain. And once you get in there, then that's where you see what he described as Thug's Mansion. It's a mental projection of the mind of Tupac Amaru Shakur, who y'all didn't know was the King Tut of Egyptian history that was ran over by the chariot and bust upside the head with the motherfucking anvil axe. It was like an axe, but it was made with a ball on the end of it. It's a battle tool. After they ran him over with the chariot, he didn't die. When they took him back into the palace, they whopped his ass in the head with this stick with a big stone, or a metal stone on the end of it. And they swatted him in the back of the head because they didn't want him to take power back then. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? You can't stop my little brother from getting his shit now. Big brother home, little brother go get your shit. That's how we do this. Little brother go get your shit. Anybody don't know what I'm talking about need to watch my Machiavelli military strategy Tupac Decoded video. Then y'all know where his territory is, and y'all know why his name is Tupac Amaru Shakur. Then that'll make a little bit more sense to you. All this shit, I'm telling you all this shit. In that video, I don't just stop with Tupac. I go all the way to Nipsey and tell y'all that this is the uniting of the Red and the Blue Lodge. This is the Red Star and the Blue Star rising together for the first time in thousands of years. We finished with this bullshit, and I'm tired of motherfucking taking it. So, I hope y'all like me going through all them sayings for you, because sometimes it be so tedious that people get bored. But where we at right now, look, you're starting to see the ether come back. That's the top ether, because it's not going to come down low enough. But you can still see, the connection. Anyway, I ain't going to hold y'all no more. Mazem, I'm glad you brought Easy up, because if I didn't resolve the Easy E matter, I wouldn't be done, and I couldn't end this video. Because Easy E not dead either. Now, what are all these people that's looking like they dead, look like they dead for? They are vexing grievances about matters that affect humanity as a whole, that once I get to this point, I have to resolve. Eazy-E and Magic Johnson chose to address HIV awareness, right? Tupac and Biggie chose to address black-on-black violence and African American or Native American oppression in this land. So they came across as what you call a thug in order to bring attention to their vexing grievances. Go back to Haitian Jacks. He said Tupac had 22 months to vex his grievance. He's a master. He know what he's doing. So who else? Jigga. Jay-Z vexed the grievance that in the business world, there are certain things in play that prevent us from being successful in business. And he had to expose them. So you got to go back to a couple of Jay-Z songs. The Fade to Black. Why is he fading to black? Wasn't he supposed to come out black? What that mean? You can't fade to black unless you sink into the noon. You can't fade to black unless you sink into the noon. Who is the noon? The number 13. MS-13. Miss 13 is Tarek. That's Queen Mother Isis, the great mother who sits on the throne, who's about to crown her son King of Kings, Lord of Lords. It's right there, and it's all in your face. I just got to tell you what it means. So Eazy-E was bringing the attention to HIV. Now, how do I know what Eazy-E's role is, and how do I make the connection? He came out black on black violence, but he left out with Bones, Thugs, and Harmony. He left with Bones, Thugs, and Harmony. Harmony is the music. The Thug is the Tupac connection through the what's that? One of the Bone Thug, Busy Bone. And that's connection through Busy Bone. That connects Eazy-E and Tupac through Busy Bone. Now, the bone, right? I got to find out, what is this bone? This is the skull and the crossbones of the pirate that was stolen by the Skull and Bones Society. And this is the source of the Bush family, and they were the ones behind the creation of the HIV in the laboratory. It's all right there. I could do this shit for all day long, but I don't want these videos to be so long that you can't watch the whole thing. So Eazy-E told me that the government created HIV, right, in order to stop the Queen, right? So now, Bone Thugs gave a commemoration song, said, meet me at the crossroads. What's the crossroads? The crossroads is where all of their entertainers go to sell their soul, where they go to meet the Baron. Baron is what they call Baron Samadi. That's my first lower. That's my African lower. So when you see the video, when you see the dude eyes turn black, remember, fade to black, Jay-Z. So the guy eyes turn black in the Bone Thugs video at the crossroads when he go to reaping the harvest, when he goes to collecting the souls. But he really not collecting the souls because look, everybody in white except Eazy. Why Eazy not wearing white? Why Eazy not wearing white? In the video, Eazy not dead, that's why he wasn't wearing white. But he went to the crossroads. How did he go to the crossroads? He promised me, right? Eazy-E promised at the crossroads is just this. I will use my voice. I will use everything I have to bring the light to the HIV issue. So he put his life on the line for what he believed in. He not physically dead, but he had to hang himself in effigy. He had to hang his image in effigy in order to bring the attention to the HIV crisis, which took me back to Dr. Sabi, which tied me back into Nipsey Hussle. When we got back to Nipsey, we found this was about the uniting of the Red and the Blue Lodge as Nipsey was trying to bring Bloods and Crips together. So Nipsey had to hang himself in effigy in order to facilitate a union in the two brotherhoods. Not assassination of character. The assassination of character was what R. Kelly accepted and Bill Cosby and Dr. York. Assassinate my character, but don't take my life. Remember what they was told in the book of Job. Do anything you want, but don't kill him. I'm coming for mine. All of them. Chief, Angel Bay, I'm coming for mine. Malachi York, I'm coming for mine. Larry Hoover, I'm coming for him. Marion Sugar Bear Night, I'm coming for mine. You motherfuckers drop my motherfucking keys to my kingdom is what you do. Goddamn right. I ain't mad at you. You gotta do what you gotta do. See, Tupac told y'all, he said, look, it don't make sense right now. He told you in the beginning, it don't make sense right now. None of this. He said, but I promise you, when it's all over, man, everything gotta come out. I'm bringing it all out now. So, when you brought Easy up, that brought me back to Harry-O, which tells me I have to also talk about Rap-A-Lot once again, James Prince. Because he was under what you call the code of respect. His sacrifice was that no matter what happened in his life, he cannot violate the code of respect or he died physically. He never violated it. So I had to do a video addressing him, addressing the guys in Brooklyn that robbed the guy and cut his face up from his group because people about to get somebody hurt, dipping in some shit they don't know what they doing because they trying to make him violate the code of respect and they'll get violated before he do that. Goddamn right, Mazel. Let my people go. I'm here for them. They all know I'm here. Now watch. When they all come out now, when all of the pedophile rings of these high-profile motherfuckers come out. See, I don't want motherfuckers locked up for 25, 30, 40 years. I want to just go ahead and bring them out in the public. If you was raping babies and you a man, no anesthetic, just cut your nuts off. And if you was eating them, no anesthetic, we just gonna cut your tongue out, cut your lips off in front of everybody around the world. This shit gonna be live, CNN, Fox News broadcast, dismembering you bitch-made motherfuckers for doing this shit to these women and kids and for fucking these dudes' brains up like this. So, I don't got no mercy. Remember what he told y'all. If I'm not successful, this next motherfucker not gonna have no mercy. I don't got no mercy. The only reason why we ain't just tear this bitch up and go through the long way, because mama says save as many as you can, as many as that want to be saved, you got to save them. And I told her that's what I agreed to. So anybody that want to know the way out, me. If you want to know the way out, me. M.E. Morpheus Emeritus. I am not emeritus. I'm the motherfucking valedictorian of this class. I don't care if y'all got questions. Y'all can ask me anything. These motherfuckers can't fuck with who and what I am. I'm on a whole nother level. I'm on a whole nother fucking level. Tell them to catch up. Tell them to catch up. And for all of y'all that was confused before, I'm going to leave y'all with what my brother Tupac said. You don't have to worry. You can ride with me now. Busters are quick to scream. How they die for we now. Only got one click. They platinum backs on the road. Fags change when we rush these hoes. Yeah, Chanel. I'm just clowning around now. I done showed y'all every fucking sign to show y'all who I am. And some. And some. So y'all should be sharing the shit out of this just off the fact of, even if you don't believe me, you just got to ask one question. What if this nigga right? Even if you don't believe me, you got to ask that one question that got to be resolved. The what if factor. What if that crazy motherfucker on the other side of this goddamn screen is right? That's all you got to resolve now. You got to resolve nothing else. If you don't know who the fuck I am, I can't help you at this point. You're on your own, and you're going to end up having to deal with it the way you have to deal with it within yourself. Because I'm not kissing nobody's ass. I'm not holding nobody else's hand. I'm done with that shit. All of the motherfucking soldiers, and y'all know who y'all is, we on deck. This is the reclamation. I told y'all I was coming for the keys to the kingdom. I done unlocked every fucking lock. Now, as these sisters stomp around the walls of Jericho, watch these motherfuckers come tumbling down while I scream at the top of my voice, let my people free. And one of the things I can't wait to hear is this punk-ass Don King, which was one of the 3 imposter kings. He was an imposter king for a reason. There was a king that was an imposter named Don, and there was 2 bush kings that was, you needed 3 imposters. He was the miser king who stole the wealth of the righteous, Mike Tyson. I'm talking to you. Anybody that know Mike Tyson, let him know I got a message from Customato when he ready. straight from the motherfucking bottomless pit where I went and got him from. I got a mission for Mike Tyson that Customato is sending to him. He don't have to accept the mission, but he need to hear the information. He need to hear the information, and it's up to him whether he capitalize on it or not. Don King bitch ass need to be screaming, Babylon the Great has fallen, the great harlot has fallen. Yeah, now, when I do catch up with Mike, and I do catch up with Don, and I look Don old ass in his eyes, I'm going to tell Don King if he want to keep any of his money, he going to finance the Customato mission for Mike Tyson for free. He going to promote every fucking thing Mike do for free until the goal is accomplished. Or else he's going to live poverty from here forward for the rest of his days in this incarnation and the next, and the next, and the next, and the next, until the queen pulled my foot personally off his neck. He will never see wealth again. Ever. Unless he do what he's supposed to do right by Mike Tyson. And the culmination of him doing right by Mike Tyson is also his redemption for all the wrong he did to every other fighter other than Mike Tyson. And I'm going to have a watchdog, understand me, I'm going to have a watchdog standing over his back watching every pencil stroke named Al Heyman. How you like that, Don? Bitch ass king, fake ass king. I'm going to shave your motherfucking head myself. No barber ain't allowed to touch that shit because you'd have no right to wear a crown doing them brothers like you did them. And you was a only motherfucking source of relief and you stepped on him. You don't kick a man when he down. Period. Let me see who else. I'm just addressing all these motherfuckers as I can. Who else I need to make a connection with? Okay. So now, I know what Don King did to sabotage Mike Tyson's career. I know what he did. I know how he done it. I know he done it with. I know the whole story. Mike ain't got to tell me shit. Customato was watching that shit. How the fuck you think I know? So you got a motherfucker in the grave telling me some shit. Irate and pissed off at that Don King bullshit. This take you back to Italy. The Cosa Nostra rolling like them black-faced Sicilians. You see that leader over there? Yeah, that leader ain't a real one. Yep, that's right in one of my songs. Now, which took me back to La Cosa Nostra, which I almost left out. The La Cosa Nostra is known as the Black Hand of Italy. The La Cosa Nostra is centralized in Sicily. Now, if you look at the boot appears to be kicking the soccer ball of Sicily. So now, how do I tie Sicily and the mob to me? Cicely Tyson. Now, Cicely Tyson did a movie. This also ties me to Mike. Remember, I just got done going over my Mike Tyson spiel. Cicely Tyson, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson ties me back to Sicily. Don King in the Italian mob out of Indianapolis set Mike Tyson up to take the fall on the rape case that they paid Desiree Washington to proclaim. She didn't even want to do it. And she talked to her father, who convinced her. Because he was scared of the mob. He wasn't scared of Mike. He was scared of the mob. Fuck Mike Tyson. He's a celebrity. He can't do nothing to me. His ass will go to prison. But the mob will make my ass disappear. Understand me? So now, Cicely Tyson had to tie me to Sicily, Mike Tyson, and the mob. So now let's do this. Italy, where the imposter sits, kicking the mob, the Black Hand. The Black Hand is La Cosa Nostra, that's located in Sicily, what they call the homeland. Go watch The Godfather. And the Godfather told his son about the niggas, don't you ever let me hear you call them backwards rock-throwing niggas again, because you must have forgot, we Sicilian, they used to call us that. Why they stop calling them that? They Sicilian. Go to Sicily, look at the people. They look like this. You got some that look like the Godfather, Michael Corleone, and you got some look like that, but more of them look like me. If they catch a black dude that speak fluent Italian, they ask him, are you Sicilian? You Siciliano, you from the homeland, you from the mother country. Right? Now, How did Sicily get to be black? I might as well tell y'all so y'all know I'm not bullshitting. Hannibal's conquest in the effort to stop the patriarchal invasion of Rome, where as a child he swore his life's mission was to stop the rise of Rome, and he gave his life because his own home team sold him out at home while he was fighting in the streets abroad. Once they conquered and he left in exile, he didn't get murdered, he left in exile, Tupac. I see what happened, Tupac. You didn't die, you left in exile. And in exile, all of his soldiers was what you call deported. All of the babies that they had was rounded up off this, as many as they could find in Sicily that wasn't too light. If they was too light, they let them stay because they figured that they just amalgamate and disappear. Never understanding one drop of black blood, motherfucker. Tell the papacy that. One drop of black blood and we just took you bitches over. We took you motherfuckers over, Francis, talking ass mule.
On the balanced foot. Okay, so I was getting telepathic messages from Malachi York, and he wanted me to touch on the nature of slander. So this is gonna take us back to the last live I did on my page, but it ended up getting erased. But I was addressing this young lady that was pouring salt on the Freelad Hoover cyber parade and giving her the opportunity to come and ask any questions she want. She said she knew enough, and she was quoting the shit out of me in her video, but she think that for some reason I'm on some bullshit, some making some shit, whatever the fuck she think. Then I had several people message me and ask me if Larry, this is the funniest shit to me, if Larry worked for them people. I said, that don't make much sense to me because who would be willing to work for them people being locked up for 50 fucking years? Cause shit ain't even reality. But the COINTELPRO, which I'm not going to play none of their videos today because I'm not going to let them delete this one. But let me get done with these invites and we'll get into this subject matter. Because it's easy, people is easily, alright, that look like that's it. So, people quick to say, to post some dirt on a motherfucking name. Don't know shit about them, never met them, but they'll throw some dirt on their name. Right? They be talking all that old, I'm holy roller, spiritual, woke shit. But when they confronted with the opportunity to determine if they really spiritually woke by putting that shit to the question, these niggas run. Right? So since they like to put slander on people's name, you need to understand the strategy of what they call hang them in effigy. An effigy is the image of a person. So when they say hang them in effigy, you don't necessarily have to kill the person to destroy them. You destroy their character. You destroy. You talk about them about shit you don't even know. Accuse them of making alliances. Jay-Z is the Illuminati and all that old kind of shit. Ain't now one of y'all seen Jay-Z go to one motherfucking Illuminati meeting. Y'all seen him throw up some Rockefeller signs for his record label and say that make him be the Illuminati now. That's the most dumbest shit I ever heard in my life, but I entertain it Cause it's entertaining, but it don't have no truth value to it. With me, it's more of entertainment, right? Like I like to watch The View. I like to watch Carson and Daily Show. I like to watch motherfucking Fox. I like to watch wrestling. That shit for entertainment. That shit is not to tell me what's going on in the world, but I can use it to read it like an oracle just because I'm psychic. Right? So, well, seeing him forehead to forehead with Marina Abramovich don't make him Illuminati. It can make him ignorant ass nigga that don't know who the fuck she is. Right? So I'm saying is or is not. I'm talking about the nature of slander and showing how you have evidence to come to a conclusion based off of interaction with a person. Somebody can be good as hell to you and be the devil to another motherfucker. So now all of a sudden, do that make you the devil because the person that's good to you was the devil to other people? Not necessarily, right? So this is how you end up with the bad guys winning over the good guys, right? The bad guys win over the good guys because don't nobody care if Bill Clinton fucking little girls on Epstein Island on video. They more concerned about is Will Smith in the Illuminati? Is he into the adrenochrome drinking? I wouldn't give a fuck which one of them motherfuckers. Whoever did the dirt need to pay for the dirt. But if you watch how the human species move, the lowest form of energy exchange is called gossip. When a motherfucker don't know what's going on or they don't understand something, they gossip. They make shit up and they spew inflammatory rhetoric on top of something they know nothing about. But then when they find out they was wrong, now they dumbasses be sitting there looking stupid. Right? So everything ain't what it look like because it ain't supposed to be what you see. Motherfucker can narrate what you see. They can communicate what you see between them. And you will only see what the enemy wants you to see. That's why I told y'all, like when I was talking about that Isis Wisdom and her fraud shit she was doing, I didn't have no personal gripe against her. Like, I don't know her. Him, it, whatever the fuck the motherfucker is, I have no personal affiliation, but I do know this, that I'm always concerned when some strange person that I just meet come to me with some top secret information for no apparent reason, unsolicited. That always gets my attention. Who the fuck am I to make me so important that you got to give me this G14 classified top secret information? Where the fuck did you get? What make you think that you need to get beat it? How you know I'm the right motherfucker to get information to? Why you give me this information? I'm just supposed to take it and do what with it? What you want me to do with it? Oh, you said do what I want to do with it. So when I tell y'all I'm dragging somebody the fuck out, I drag them the fuck out because I got the evidence. I don't just slander people. I let them slander their goddamn self by their slanderous deeds and actions towards others. I done told them 1,000 times, judge not that you may not be judged, because the same measure by which you judge other motherfuckers, that's the motherfucking stick you judging yourself by, because the only person can judge you is you. You your own judge. So while you so busy trying to condemn everybody else, you condemning yourself if you don't know what you're talking about. Because if it turned out that this person is right, I'm going to turn out to be right. 22nd tomorrow, motherfuckers, and I'm going to turn out to be right. When we get done hijacking this free Larry Hoover shit and fucking the algorithm up, hitting them in the pocket, I'm going to turn out to be right. At the end of the game, I'm going to turn out to be right. I done told the truth every step of the way and gave y'all the motherfucking supporting documentation to show y'all I'm telling the truth. And then I'm going to turn out y'all who was behind this dirty ass shit and what we had to do to overcome the obstacle. I'm gonna be fucking right. I don't give a fuck about who don't believe me. I didn't come in this shit for beliefs. I came in to give y'all what I knew from our culture, how we determine who our leaders is in our regular culture without no motherfuckers settling on our territory as colonizers. Right? So when I turn out to be right, all them motherfuckers that was telling them lies and it sent their little cronies that they got deceived 100% to antagonize motherfuckers on my page, go to the back door and accuse motherfuckers that they know nothing about, right? They must not understand how I rock in order to even think that I will have a motherfucking infiltrator sitting next to me and not know it. I could smell the motherfuckers. I know the motherfuckers that don't mean me no good, the same as I know the motherfuckers that mean me all the good in the world. And I know how to separate myself between the two. Right? I'm skilled at this shit. I know all of the strategies of the enemy. From the motherfucking Asians to the Russians to the motherfucking Italians to the Greeks. I know everybody military strategies. I've been studying these motherfuckers for years. And they keep doing the same dumbass shit. And we keep falling for the same dumbass shit. And I keep laughing because we keep falling for the same dumbass shit. It's a repeatable cycle. Find the motherfuckers who's supposed to be at the top, disgrace them to the people so that the people never demand that they answer for their condition. Because if you make them answer for their condition, then the frauds got to get out of their fraudulent position in order to let the rightful motherfuckers speak for what's going on. So when I get done being right, and when we get done getting the attention of the people, our people, we don't need the enemy attention. We don't need none of them niggas that's from Africa. We don't got no personal gripe with them unless they came in with the enemy doing the enemy bid. We don't got no problem with the motherfuckers from the Middle East, from the Far East. Right now, this is family business. This is about the family unifying together to get these motherfucking, get our shit. We know who the leadership is. All we got to do is use the oral tradition. Right? So we're going to fuck their algorithms up to let them know that we putting it in the public domain. Right? So you slander somebody. This is a COINTELPRO prime motherfucking tool of operation. The slander lays the foundation for them to do the dirt to the righteous uncontested by the masses. Larry ain't our savior, we his. We got to get Larry. Why we got to get Larry? Because Larry represents each and every one of us. He represents Angel Bay. He represents Big Tookie. He represents Asada Shakur. That's why. He represents you. He represents me. The fact that we can focus our attention on one motherfucking leadership on the land from us that we know is ours. Right? And we know he's ours because of the way that the government treat him. They ain't treating theirs like that. They treat ours like that. Ain't got no they create a motherfucking criminal enterprise in order to put them in and then accuse them of it. But we so busy following what they say is the news, the mainstream, that we just go along to get along bootlicking ass niggas. You know? So long as they know that all they got to do is put on the news that you's a criminal and you already convicted, then they just put that shit on the news and be done with your dumb ass. And this is why nobody won't step up in our community to do nothing to help none of us. When a motherfucker get on top, he don't want to come back and help a bunch of rotten ass motherfuckers that pulled and tugged on him like crabs in a bucket all the way to the top. That's not the way this shit go. So I got the Knox from Malachi for the Nuwabians. So if y'all know any Nuwabians, make sure y'all tag them in this video, because Malachi say when he get back, he finna set the record straight among those who did the dirt in the community, because those were the actual infiltrators in the Nuwabian nation, He knew who they was the whole time they was there, but he had to leave them there in order for us to get to the point where we can see how they work. So when he gonna send y'all a message through the young elder. For y'all who know who young elder is, he gonna send the family message. You probably won't get the message because that's who the message is gonna come through from Malachi. So I don't know if it's going to be for the public or just for the family that's close over there where he at, but he going to give Young Elder a message to give him. I don't know Young Elder, never met him. I heard him a couple times on YouTube, but that's what the message is for the Nuwabians, right? Yep, the Young Elder on YouTube. Malachi sending Nuwabians a message through Young Elder, right? And I don't know if it's going to be a public message or a private family message, but Young Elder going to have a message for the Nuwabians, and it's going to be fresh. So tomorrow, we're going to get into the cyber parade and the hashtag Free Larry Hoover. It's going to be more than one hashtag opportunity on the Free Larry Hoover thing. Look for the one with the most posts under it and use that one. But use all of them if you have to. It don't even matter. Because they say free, right? So we all standing on this shit. This ain't for the motherfuckers who came on slave ships, who don't feel like that they got no stake in what's going on over here. We just ask that they respectfully stay out the way so they don't get stepped on in the process of the come up. Because we don't want no innocent motherfuckers. It's the worst thing you could do is make the innocent pay for the dirty guilty. Right? So you can start now if you want to, sweetie. We can start whenever y'all get ready, but we just don't stop. Every time you do a post tomorrow, hashtag Free Larry Hoover till we bust the algorithm, hit them some bitches right in their pockets because they don't like nobody fucking with their money. And Larry Hoover is not tied to any fundraisers, right? Yep. I've been getting the word that it's on the TikTok. I don't know what Twitter doing with it yet, but we just got to go whatever motherfucking social media you get on, spread the word. Because we gonna hijack they motherfucking social media. We only trying to get the message to us. Because we don't care about nobody that's sitting up in the tent on our property. Right? So we cleaning house. So we don't care about them. We only care about us. We care about how many of us is paying attention. How many of us we can get the attention of. Because it's our shit. If it ain't that shit, they don't, we don't have no problem with dealing with them later. But for right now, we need to get the message to us. Organic motherfucker. Alright. So if Brother Umar Johnson want to be unapologetically African, we don't mind him he can be as African as he like to be. But while these organic motherfuckers from this land is on the move, stay your motherfucking unapologetically African ass out of the way before you need to apologize. This ain't none of his business. This don't have nothing to do with him. If he was a real Pan-Africanist and a real Garveyite, like he say, he would understand what a confraternity is, and he wouldn't be in our business trying to tell us that we came on a goddamn ship packed like a sardine, the most dumbest shit a motherfucker could possibly come up with and believe, and talk about he's educated. Talk about he's got a scientific mind, and that he can't be manipulated by the white man. Well, the white man got you thinking you came on a ship. You can continue to believe whatever you believe, just stay the fuck out the way of the organic people of the land. That's all we asking. We don't care how many of you niggas want to be unapologetically African and Afrocentric, right? We don't have no problem with none of that shit, because we was already doing business, trade, and intermarrying across the water before we both got sacked on both sides of the water, if y'all not paying attention, right? But this ain't got nothing to do with that. Right now, this got something to do with the organic people of the land, Big Mama boys, cleaning Big Mama house up, and letting the rest of us know what's going on across the land. We finna hit these motherfuckers in their pockets, because we gonna make them motherfuckers scream. Right? So, just let it be known. Right? We don't care if you unapologetically African or if Afrocentric, I'm a Pan-Africanist Garveyite too, but I ain't from Africa. Right? Because the Africans all told me, all of the Pan-Africans of knowledge, of learning, told me we was already here. Y'all already at home. What the fuck is you talking about? Right? Go back and read the indigenous books, they'll tell you. So they came up with all these color codes, skin colors, paper bag clubs, right? They separated us by skin color, the light ones versus the dark ones, and the Willie Lynchism, all that bullshit. And y'all niggas is still falling for it. I don't got nothing to do with none of that shit. It got nothing to do with me. The only thing got something to do with me is Big Mama told me to tell y'all who the chiefs of the land is and let y'all call them motherfuckers to the forefront. Because when y'all call them to the forefront, they got to tell you what the fuck is going on the land, who responsible for the dirt being done, and what we gonna do to clean this shit up. That's all I care about. I don't care if your ass came from Mars, Nibiru, Pluto. I don't care if you Ashtar Command, Pleiadian, Arturian. I don't care if you a Wookiee. I don't give a fuck if you Jabba the Hutt. It doesn't matter to me. As long as you don't stop us from doing Big Mama job, what she sent us to, I wouldn't give a fuck. Just stay out the way and it's all over. Ain't nobody gonna be left behind. Cause she saying no guys and no little U's. You don't treat people the way they treat you. Cause if you treat people the way they treat you, you're gonna be a tyrant. Goddamn right we ain't black. Right? Black don't have nothing to do with skin tone. Right? They called us blacks because they attacked us. It's a chess term. And they called themselves white because they was the attacker. Right? And we thinking it means skin color. You know, I done seen some dark motherfuckers. My boy Taz told me on Taz TV, he said, man, show me a black motherfucker. I found purple motherfuckers, navy blue motherfuckers, hot chocolate motherfuckers. I never found a true black motherfucker. Even when they dark as hell, they got some kind of tint that let you know they ain't black. Some of them got blue tint, some of them got green tint, some of the motherfuckers got purple tint, but none of them motherfuckers look like none of them don't look like, even the darkest one look like dark chocolate, like chocolate with no milk, right? So the crazy thing is, I mean, shit, melanin itself is not even black. Melanin is a dark chocolate brown, darker than chocolate, like coffee, like black coffee. If you put it in the sun, you're gonna get a brown tint, right? So, white represent death the whole time. All that shit represent death in the sense that it's a mental death, because the mental death allows you to take a half a concept and give it a whole false identity, which causes miscalculation. And as long as you generate the miscalculation, then somebody can use the miscalculation to mislead. And this is where the problem come in, because we too quick to jump on top of some shit, some bandwagon shit, and don't want to ask nothing because we don't want nobody asking us nothing. I got informed because I wanted to be able to inform. I went and informed myself so I knew what the fuck I was seeing, even if it didn't sound right to nobody around me. But I had to go and inform myself as to what they was doing so I can inform y'all of how to undo it. Now we gonna kick them in the pockets. And so this is the part of the game where you get to see them buckle. So a couple of updates for y'all. As of Friday, the corporation that was defunct has no more finances. So they head into the close of business today to come up with some money that they didn't never come up with. So on the Pluto return, which is tomorrow, which is George Washington's birthday, who is the motherfucker who issued the challenge to the Moors and the indigenous to tell us who we wasn't and who they were, right? All of this shit, my mama used to tell me all my life, what goes around comes around. All of this shit that went around is on its way back around, and it comes through a Pluto return. That's some heavy shit, right? So we got the 2/22/2022 portal. We got the Pluto return on George Washington's birthday. George Washington issued a challenge to the Moors and the indigenous because they thought we was the same, but we ain't. And when they found out now that we ain't the same and that I can tell the difference between us and them wherever they meet. And when they send they motherfucking, because Elijah said the last trick the devil gonna do is to just freely offer you his woman. But he ain't never tell you his woman was gonna smell like a half a cow. Right? Because our women believe in yoni care. Like that's like a big thing because the yoni is the portal of life, and the portal of life is a sacred place. And the desecration of a sacred place comes in the form of mastectomies and hysterectomies. So if we understood that by watching how our people move, watch how they move, we reverence the womb and they despise it. That doesn't make sense. How do you despise the womb when you come from one? But they don't have that respect for the womb. They got a greater respect for the phallus. You can't grow in the phallus for 9 months. It's just not going to happen. Right? So we can push this patriarchal bullshit agenda, or we can go back to us. I vote for go back to us. So I tell y'all the secret. The secret is them niggas that don't want to be black don't have to be black. You know, because all of us wasn't intended to be in the war. All of us wasn't part of the war. You got to remember, everybody didn't sign treaties with these motherfuckers. Some of us ain't never stopped fighting. That's why they got blowed up shit all over this bitch. Flooded out cities all over this bitch. Castles that's abandoned all over this bitch. Because all the motherfuckers that lived in the castles went to fighting Seminole Wars. All the motherfuckers lived in the castle went to fighting Seminole Wars. Ain't nobody staying in Big Mama house if Big Mama ain't safe to come home. That's just the way it is. We ain't letting nobody stay in there, and y'all ain't either.